All right, guys, I got a little, I want to talk about long-term rentals again. I got a couple things, some key things you guys need to consider when you're looking for a long-term rental. But let me do what I do first. Hey guys, I'm Michael Allen, TravelCostaRicaNow.com. TravelCostaRicaNow.com is a travel agency, so go to TravelCostaRicaNow.com. Fill out the 4-minute form. You'd be that much closer to the vacation of a lifetime. We're like you, having best friends who live in Costa Rica, who know Costa Rica, totally hooking up your Costa Rica vacation. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, please. It's a big help. All right, man, I got a lot of videos. On how to find a long-term rental in Costa Rica, and it works. It can save you hundreds of dollars. I am serious. It is the best way, but we're not really talking about that. But I will put a link to one of those videos in the description if you want to find the better way to find long-term rentals here. But the question comes up a lot. I get a lot of emails, so I wanted to give you guys a couple more pointers. Well, I'm going to be using my friend Paul's apartment for some examples, and we're outside of Paul's apartment right now, and he wanted to let me know he found this apartment through walking the streets. Real quick on Paul, he lives in Ventura, California. He is not here all year round. Sometimes he's here for 4 months, sometimes he's here for 6 months, sometimes he's gone for 8 months. But he's been living here off and on for about 5 years, and he's been renting this place for that long, 5 years. So let's go check out Paul's place, and I'm going to talk to you about some things you need to consider. And let's get off my face right now. So I think a lot of times what people are looking at with long-term rentals, I think their first question a lot of times is, how much is it? Or how good is the internet? Well, I'm telling you, that should not be your first question. Your first question should be, how secure is the place you're thinking about renting? Now, my friend Paul, check that out. You know what that says? I bet you can guess. That's right, man, we're recording you. And if you look up here, I know it's a little bit of sun, but I think you can see right there, and maybe right there, you can see some cameras already keyed on us outside. He gets the neighborhood. Let's go upstairs. All right, I'm sorry, I'm trying to do a bunch of things at once. So this is what I would call secure. Now, a lot of people are, always have questions about bars on the windows and such. But it is a very good first line of defense. People can't come in. Now, a lot of times when I talk about, protecting your property, people already think, there's hordes of people waiting to rob you and break into your house. That's not true. You have to think about this how you would think about where you live. Sometimes you got a couple punks around. Sometimes you got some bad guy might get out of prison and he wreaks havoc on the neighborhood, gets into the garage, takes the packages off the floor, that kind of thing. And it's the same here. So once you are secure in your rental, you're going to be probably pretty good. And especially if you're talking about being outside San Jose. San Jose is a little bit different, but when you're talking about beach towns, Tico towns, places like La Fortuna, tourist towns, you definitely want security. Oh my God, we got an automatic vacuum cleaner going over here. So I want to show you. So he put in the Ring and Lorax system. He's got a camera there. He's got a camera here. Now, he told me that cost him around, I think, $700 or whatever, but he's got cameras kind of everywhere because he wants to be protected. Let's go in for a second. He put this on specially for me. I'm gonna see if I can turn off this vacuum. Ooh, I did. All right, so I want to talk about it. Okay, so once your place is secure, which you definitely want it secure, and again, he's tapped out with cameras and such. Let's walk through his place real quick. I also want to talk to you about another thing that people do not consider when they get a long-term rental. You really have to worry about water damage here or rain, because a couple things can happen. You're looking at maybe a long-term rental place, and it's not raining. Well, maybe there's some leaks in the roof. That can happen. It's happened to me in an apartment. Also, the other one is when rain gets on patios and comes in through the door. You really have to check the water thing. It is a thing here. It can rain a lot here, and rain can come in sideways. So you really got to check that kind of thing out as far as water damage. So I want to show you this place a little bit. So there's the, can't see it, but that is the Arenal volcano right there. Right there. So I can tell you how much, Paul, how much is this apartment?
$300 a month. That includes the water and cable.
Okay, so he said $300 a month, includes water and, that's good, man. Water and cable? The cable especially. So he's got 2 bedrooms here. Now, he's got this Alexa system and this safety and security stuff everywhere, which is nice. Now, when you're looking, just real quick, a furnished apartment is going to be almost probably double the price of a non-furnished. So I guarantee you that Paul got he dialed in this apartment. This came unfurnished for that price. So when you start talking about furnished apartments, you're gonna at least probably be doubling that monthly payment. So now Paul's gone a lot, right? So Paul's gone a lot. Here's his bathroom. Yeah, nice, just regular Tico bathroom, his kitchen. So here's a couple things that can happen. Now he's doubting he can leave this place pretty well unattended, and he's not really going to have a problem. But some people, you know, oh, I want someone to watch my place, maybe stay in my place. And yeah, a lot of people do that. They sometimes, if they have a bigger place, you know, they need a house sitter. But a place like this, the problem with this is if you start letting people stay at your place, it's not that you can't trust the person. Let's say Paul has a maid that cleans his place once a week, and he goes, hey, I'm going to be gone for 4 months. Do you want to stay in my place? You can kind of watch it, you know, blah, blah, blah. Well, it's not that you can't trust the maid. It's not the maid. It's maybe the maid's brother's friend. That's normally the problem when it comes to people watching places. Because you know what gringos don't want to tell you? A lot of times when they're getting ripped off, it's almost like an inside job. So that happens a lot. But people don't want to tell you that. And the other thing they don't want to tell you is, let's talk about the price just for a second. So a lot of people come down here and they don't want to be the obstinate gringo, you know, the one that, you know, is complaining and whining about the price. So a lot of times they go along with the first price that they're giving, and that's the reason. I love this view. That's one of the reasons they get gringo prices, because they just kind of go along. Yeah, okay, that's fine. We can do that. And then it's not till months later that you discover that, no, it's kind of a lot. So these are just some pointers, man. So water damage, secure your place. That should be if it's not secured, secure it. But if you don't want to worry about that, then you definitely should be looking for maybe bars on the windows. Like he's got that separate gate outside, which I really like, because even if he didn't have the cameras, you know, this right here would be a really good, because he's protected before anybody gets to the main door. He's just doubled up because he's got the cameras, which makes it really nice. So he can leave. He can leave this unattended for months at a time, and it's not going to be, you know, a problem. So anyway, guys, just wanted to give you a couple tips, man. Now, remember, if you want to see how to find a long-term rental, please go to the link I'll put down in the description. Let me turn. All right, guys, just a couple tips for you, because a lot of you people are asking about long-term rentals in Costa Rica, and they are around. And again, a lot of you guys want places outside of San Jose. So San Jose is a little bit different. You know, maybe you got some property managers there and you got other things, but most people don't really want to be there. Anyway, guys, I hope I gave you something to think about if you're looking for long-term rentals. Anyway, guys, I'm Michael Allen, TravelCostaRicaNow.com. Peace, guys. Hope it helps. Remember, things are going to pop up, and if you're thinking about living or traveling anywhere in the world, you should check out videos. And if it's Costa Rica, you should check out mine. Good Lord, get the big coffee cup, start watching. Do your homework. All right, man. Have a good day.
Se van a dar dando con este tipo de soluciones que parece son un tanto cuanto parciales.
Así es, parece que se necesita, como tú decías, más allá del presupuesto mismo. Cambiemos de tema, vamos a Venezuela y hablemos de los apagones que han afectado al país. ¿En qué afecta a una empresa petrolera el hecho de que no haya electricidad?
Esto es un tema bastante importante, que bueno que lo mencionas. Desgraciadamente la parte